Hey, so just applying to this or applying replying to this comment here. It says, I always thought it was rage bait for views. However, mishandling her newborn and pulling the chair out from James, as well as filming him being spanked, is a bit much. And then she talks about when she saw her filming, preparing the meds, was not okay either. And I totally agree. As far as the meds go, that's what I was talking about in that other response that I did. I don't know how many people saw that, but when I knew her, she was kind of under fire for filming, when she was at work. Oh my God, my lashes are out of control. Thank God I get a fill tomorrow. Anyway, but she had filmed in our medroom, and I was like, you can't do that. Like I said previously, I said, please don't do that. You cannot film in here. In no place in this facility can you film. You absolutely cannot film while you're pulling meds, preparing meds. Absolutely not. So she didn't. She just filmed that, I think, that one time in the medroom, and then she never did again. So she was respectful, when she was asked not to. Again, I feel like she, like she had told me, that, sometimes you have to be controversial or, stretch the truth, or however she said it. This morning, I'm like, it was a direct quote. And then I was so tired. I had just woken up. I remember her saying that, like, sometimes you have to lie a little bit, but I don't know that I don't remember what exactly she was saying, because we were sitting at the nurse's station that day talking about it anyway. And she's just like, yeah, sometimes you have to just stretch the truth, and to get views, to get people to get, it's the shock value that gets people to watch your videos and stuff. So I think that's kind of why she argued with other nurses, and she'd argue about, well, I'm an LPN, and, I make as much as RNs. And that is true. I mean, there are, LPNs. I am an LPN currently. I'm working on my LPN to BSN right now. But we make great money. I mean, we do. As a nurse manager, I make good money. When I was a traveling nurse, I made good money. We make very, very good pay. But also, there's no reason to be in competition. And, we're not RNs. RNs, in the hospital, they make good money. And again, like I said, I don't know. I don't know why she wanted to fight and argue with and say all these things. But again, well, I do know. I think it's because she wanted to get views. Because when I knew her, back in April, May, June, whatever, she had 30,000 followers, like 38,000 in the 30s. Now she's got over 300,000 followers. So whatever she's doing is working for her. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. I can't say that she's not abusing her child. I can't say that she is, because I haven't seen those other videos. I went to her page, was it yesterday or the day before? I went to her page and I couldn't see some of those videos. I don't know if she's taken them down. She's also privated her page, where you can't like, maybe that doesn't mean privated. I can't, she's taken it off so you can't hashtag her or, mention her or whatever. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I was just talking about what I experienced, what I saw when I worked with her, when, I was the RCM and she was a traveler. And again, she wasn't my best friend. She was just somebody, a traveling nurse, and I had no issue with her. She, like I said, I just didn't want her filming in the bedroom. But other than that, I never had an issue with her nursing. She did a good job. She, always talked about her son and her husband, and her child was her top priority. So again, that doesn't mean I'm saying she isn't an abuser or that she never abused her son. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying what I saw, what I experienced, in the time that I knew her. So I'm certainly not at all saying that bad things didn't happen, because they could have. But I just, it's, again, it's still very surprising. But anyway, thank you for your comment. I hope I answered your question. Again, I'm tired again. I'm looking at these videos later tonight, trying to respond to a few of them. All right, take care. Bye-bye. So I wanted, excuse me, to reply to this comment from Smoky Mountain Papillon's comment. I think that's what it says, Papillon. Are you talking about like the Papillon, the puppy dogs, I think? Anyway, I'm sorry. It says, you were her supervisor at the facility that wouldn't pay her. I was minding my own business and saw this whole story about that situation. A lot of the things she did propping baby bottles. Anyway, it's a long comment. I can't see all of it, but yes, it wasn't our facility that wasn't paying her. So as a travel nurse, I was a travel nurse for 3.5 years. As a travel nurse, it's not the facility that isn't paying her, it's her company wasn't paying her travel company. She came to our facility, she was working, she worked the hours, and she was working with our administrator because we had already paid for her to work there. Like, and when I say we, I mean our company, our facility had already paid the contract. So our side had been, like, when I say my facility's portion had paid. She was working. She was, I remember when all this was going on, and our administrator I remember Hannah talking about that she had been working with our administrator because she hadn't gotten her paycheck. And she's like, this is crazy. I mean, I'm not going to stay here and work for free. Absolutely not. I 100% agree. I would not I would not work one day that I wasn't being paid. And kind of what I got out of that situation is that she was working for a travel company, and I had mentioned this in another comment that I made, but that she was working for a travel company that possibly was a scam company, because as nurses, every nurse in this country, I'm pretty sure, if you've been a traveler, you still get, I get calls and I get text messages and emails every day from travel companies that want to, that are like, they're recruiters, travel company recruiters. They send out these like free text, or excuse me, blind text to anybody that's on their list who is a traveler or has been a traveler, trying to get you to pick up a contract with their company, because those recruiters make a lot of money off of our contract. So it's not just the nurse who's making the money and the facility that's involved in the travel company, it's the actual recruiter who also makes money off of the deal. So yes, our facility, that was when she was working there with us here in Eastern Washington. So but yeah, again, my whole reason, I did not expect this many people to comment on my video. I only had, couple thousand followers, and so I did not think this many people would see my video. I'm thankful that you're all here. I'm thankful for all the new followers, and I'm following people back and getting to meet other people, more people. It's awesome to meet new people. But yeah, I don't know what was happening, but excuse me. Even though Hannah, like, I guess that's why I, felt like she had a good character. Again, that doesn't mean she's not an abuser. I didn't see her at home with her child every day. I didn't see her interactions with her child. I'm just giving my impression of her when I worked with her. And again, I didn't work side by side with her every day, because my position there, I was a nurse manager, and so I would see her obviously throughout the day, but I was kind of all over the facility doing many things, and she was on the med cart on a specific hall. So I would see her, I would talk with her, almost every day, but not we weren't friends. We were acquaintances. I was one of her supervisors, and I was her supervisor on that hall that she worked on, that unit she worked on. So, but anyway, yeah, so that's answer to your question. Yes, that's when, at least I know that's what happened at my old facility. I don't work there anymore, but at the facility that I worked with. But again, it wasn't that our facility wasn't paying her, because she was showing up to work every day. And that's what I was going to say, but I got sidetracked. she didn't have to come to work, but she still did. A lot of nurses, especially agency nurses, when we're not getting paid, we're like, no, I'll come back to work when you guys get this figured out. Then I'll come back to work. I'm not working for free. And many nurses, like myself included, we have multiple different agencies that we work for and that we are generating income from, because if something doesn't work out in one facility or one job, we pick up at another place to keep the money coming in. So, Hannah's been a traveler for a long time. She knows the way it is. She knows the drill with travel nursing. So again, I just thought she was taking another contract and moving on down the line. So never thought in a million years that I would see her face on these viral videos. Like, what is going on? And huge creators that I watch, I was shocked when I saw Nurse Hannah and then I'm like, what? What's going on? So anyway, yeah. Thank you for your comment. Take care. Bye. Okay. So if you look at my video, if you listen to my video, what I'm saying is, this is what I saw, what I experienced, and I was shocked because I didn't see that in her. I state many times, I don't know. I really hope and pray that's not how she is with her child. So listen to what I said. Listen to my video before you assume that I'm saying she's a great mom or she's not abusive. I didn't say that at all. I'm saying this is what I experienced and how the shock that I had seeing her face. When you see somebody go viral or whatever, say you see somebody on the news and you're like, what's going on? And you see, say they've committed a crime or done something horrible and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm shocked by that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. That's all I'm saying, is that I didn't see any of that. None of those things were apparent to me, when I worked with her. So yeah, that's all. Bye. Hi, Esther. I'm just going to reply to your video or your comment. I'm sorry. So the videos of Hannah's that I've seen, obviously I see her videos, but I also know her in person. Now, I don't know her well. I worked with her for a few months. Like I said, I was the RCM and she was on the floor. So I didn't see her, I didn't spend all day, every day with her, because I, had my own stuff to do. But I did see her every day and I spoke with her every day. Again, that's different than working with someone. As you know, you're a nurse too, I mean, just because I worked with her doesn't mean you get to sit and, talk all day long. And again, at the time that, oh my gosh, what are you doing, crazy drivers? At the time that I worked with her, she was under fire for, not under fire, but she had gone viral for, getting into it with RNs. And she had pissed off quite a few RNs because there was one RN who made a comment like, well, LPNs can't put in IVs and this and that. And I'm like, I'm an LPN, I'm IV certified, and I can put in an IV very well. I was a phlebotomist for 17 years before I was a nurse. So yeah, that's stupid. That's just stupid. It's stupid to sit there and be in competition. There are amazing RNs who have amazing clinical skills. There are amazing LPNs who have amazing clinical skills, who are, it's ridiculous to sit there and, get into it. But she did say that, she stretches the truth, to get views. And she's like, you have to kind of, get people's attention. And that's why I'm basing a lot of my opinion on, I think that I just don't think that she is abusive to her son. He doesn't look malnourished. He
I don't see bruises all over him. And again, maybe you guys are seeing videos that I haven't seen, but I tried to look for all the videos today that I could see. And if there's a video that you guys think I need to see that is going to show more, please send it to me, because I saw a video where they were eating in Vegas. Her little boy was eating French fries. She was eating French fries. She was holding him. She doesn't look like she's withholding food to him. And again, I'm not defending her, and I'm not agreeing, I'm not out here to get her. Not at all. I was just surprised when I saw her face, and I see her face everywhere now. I'm like, this is nuts. Again, it's just not, maybe everything is true. Maybe she is abusive to her child. And if that's the case, then she needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. She needs to be brought to justice. If she really is, her and her husband really are abusing their child, then I 100% believe that the state of Utah Child Protective Service will handle it. Again, she is from Utah. Utah is Ruby Frankie's state, where that horrific nightmare of a woman is from. Do I think that Hannah is even comparable to Ruby Frankie? Absolutely not. I think that's a stretch. Again, I could be totally wrong, but I think a lot of this is for views. I really do. When I knew her back in April, she had 30,000 followers. She now has over 300, maybe more now. What was it, like 380 something, I think, when I looked at it the other day? She has a lot of followers now. And everybody knows that any kind of attention is good attention, because it gets people talking. It gets engagement. It gets people going to her page, looking at her videos. It's getting her what she wants, which is making her money. And, she was talking about how she gets, brand deals and all this other stuff, and free diapers, free products. She's like, I have so many products, and I'm making a lot of money on TikTok, so it's quite lucrative. So that's where I'm coming from. And again, I may be wrong. I don't know. I'm still like, gosh. And again, do I think that that's a reason to get views? Not at all. I would never do that, and I think she should not do that. Like, don't try to piss people off, because people are gonna, obviously many people think that she's an abuser, and they're going to go after her. They're going, TikTok is like an FBI agency. TikTok, if you want to know something, put it out in TikTok land, and folks will find out about it. So, if she is trying to just, increase her views, that's going to get her in trouble as well. Again, I hope that's not the case. I hope for her, just like I hope for all people, that I wish nothing but the best for her. As if she's not abusing her son, and this is kind of, she's trying to get views and it went wrong. I really hope that that's the case, and that she's learned a lesson, and that she will stop. And yeah, so that's what I think. That's my thought on it. Yeah, thanks for the comment, and have a wonderful day. God bless you. I was looking at your name, Esther. Bye, Esther.